Did Bungie fall off? Did they really fall off with their storytelling, their game design? But most importantly, did their passion leave? Those are the questions that I wanted to kind of ask and kind of reflect on today. But before we get too deep into the video, I want to make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, share, and comment, as it's been helping the channel grow tremendously. Like, we've been growing a ton. So appreciate you guys, and let's get straight to the video. Put a clip of a house being built because I really want you guys to pay attention to what is happening. This is the most important part of the house. The foundation is the most important part. Without it, everything crumbles and falls at the slightest breeze, right? It needs the foundation for a house to stand. What does a game need? It needs passion. What is passion? It's an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. And does Bungie lack that? Has Bungie started to lack that recently, or has it always been astray? Have they ever had a passion for Destiny, or Destiny 2 at least? Have they ever had a passion for Destiny 2 like they did Destiny 1, like they did in Halo? I think those are the main things that we as Destiny 2 fans need to kind of think about. I really want to see a world where Bungie puts their all into Destiny 2, and I don't think that the seasonal model that they have going on right now, the episode model, whatever, I don't think that is Bungie. I think that's a hollow shell of the current or the former like juggernauts of the AAA gaming industry. I don't believe that this is all they have left in the tank. I think they have another Destiny 1, Halo 3, Halo 2. I think they have another one in there, but I think it's really going to take a huge reset as a total company to kind of pull that back out. Now, moving on to the point of storytelling, I think that the storytelling in Destiny 2 has gotten dramatically, and I mean, when I say dramatically, I mean dramatically better over the years. Their writing has gotten better, their use of characters has gotten a lot better, and it feels like there is a real meaning to doing the story. It's weird to say it like that. I promise you it's weird, but it actually feels like the story means something. It's not just a click and go simulator. I think it's a real in-depth visual and experience to the cinematic world that we live, that we playing, not living in, playing in. We're not in VR yet. Hopefully they come out with a Destiny VR game. That'd be kind of sick, honestly, but terrible for like motion sickness. But going back to the storytelling part, I think the storytelling has gotten a lot better. Destiny 1 storytelling sucked. Let's get that clear. We don't have time to explain what we don't have time to explain. That sucked. Writing like that is terrible for the game and just makes a meme out of it. The narrative has only gotten better since, I want to say, Beyond Light. Even though the gameplay in Beyond Light didn't catch up to the storytelling, the story was dang sure great, like B+. Then moving on to Witch Queen, which was critically acclaimed, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or at least highly rated, and I would say that is the S tier, the pinnacle of Destiny's writing so far. I think the final shape is an A tier. I'm gonna be honest, final shape isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Like, it's not Curse of Osiris level. Like, that's a huge drop off, but final shape is great. It's a great place for them to land on because they can keep building up from that. Now, the episodic way they have it set up, the story will feel good, but it's gonna feel very underwhelming in comparison to a major DLC drop. So don't expect anything from like a final shape again. Please don't. You're setting yourself up way too high. You're setting yourself up for failure, honestly, at that point. I would honestly try to lean towards, hey, we may get some good seasonal moments and just leave it at that. I'm not gonna think that they're gonna pull out another final shape. Moving on to the topic of game design. I think the game design of Destiny 2, and even though it may look way better, trust me guys, I know how beautiful Destiny 2 can get. It can look pretty dang good, but when it comes to game design, map design, level design, yeah, they have fallen off a cliff on that end. I will say they're ramping it back up lately, but it's hard carried by art. It's hard carried by the visuals. The actual mechanics of the game, while the quality of life changes help, kind of like grappling helps and all that, but the actual gameplay mechanics feel terrible at times. Fighting enemies that do the same exact thing and learn nothing. It feels tough. It feels stupid. Like, the most that you will get, or the hardest encounter that you'll face, would probably be the legendary campaign solo, and you have to ban yourself from using stasis. You have to ban yourself from using invisibility, because otherwise it would be running through it with no difficulty. When I want to turn my mind off and solo the campaign on legendary because it feels like a grind to redo it on multiple characters, yes, I will throw on stasis. I will throw on invis because that is the most broken thing to do, and it makes the game literally easy in legendary difficulty. That's terrible game design. When you can full on neglect the actual difficulty of a game due to two mechanics, That's terrible game design. That's terrible game design. I don't care how good the art is, because the game itself sucks to play. Now, let's take a step back. PvP feels cool. PvE overall feels cool. Gambit sucks. A mixture of both sucks, and that's kind of weird to say, but overall the game is good to play. Don't get me wrong, the game is good to play. The game has a huge problem getting people to stay after their entry period. Once people stay after the entry period and they get into the harder content, the raids and whatnot, you kind of get a lot of veteran presence and you get people that want to stay and come back. But it's literally that mid area, that entry to mid area, that Bungie's fallen so poorly for. Like, they have not been able to hammer that out ever, actually. Like, Destiny 1 was the best example and the best kind of time for them to do that, and that's because they actually had a great leveling system. That's something else I kind of talked about in one of my recent shorts. The leveling system in Destiny sucks, and they never really regained how to do that. So with them implementing power level grind back into the game a little bit more, it's not going to do anything but just add more unnecessary grinding into the game at this stage of its life. But yeah, Destiny 1 had decent leveling, which helped you go from beginner to kind of intermediate, you know what you're doing a little bit, all the way to level 29, forever 29, and level 30, and you actually gained a sense of progression while heading up the scale. You don't get that now. You are a beginner, you don't know anything, you don't have anything, and then you're slammed straight into mid-tier, or not mid-tier, you're slammed straight into kind of harder content. There is no mid threshold there, and it sucks because that is probably what turns off a lot of people that has ever tried this game. A lot of people are probably just, nah, I kind of don't want to play it anymore. They throw me in here and I don't know what to do, you know. And then they expect me to just grapple onto the super hard mechanics. No thank you. I'll go play something that explains it better and transitions better. I'm gonna go play something else, honestly. I'm gonna go play that Sparking Zero. Shout out to Sparking Zero, man. I had to do that. Sorry, but yeah, just going back to that. The game never handles the transitions correctly. If it did, a lot more people would be playing Destiny 2 today. If it did, a lot more people would be playing Trials of Osiris. A lot more people would be staying in these game modes and this game in an extended time without having to add stupid grinds to it. But they've never figured it out, and that's led to this game's demise, honestly. It's really dead because they can't seem to keep people. They can get people. Bungie's damn good at getting people. I want to make that very clear. They are great and phenomenal at pulling people into Destiny, into the Destiny universe. But when it comes to keeping people, they suck. They are trash, and that will forever be the downfall of Destiny. Now, do I think Destiny is fully dead? Not really. I think that the game has a slight hold, and it will stay a staple kinda for a few years, depending on how they, you know, update it. I don't think it'll ever truly die out, but the moment it does, I'm not going to be sad because it was a great journey. Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, it was a phenomenal journey that I will forever treasure because it has really launched my adulthood into gaming, and I like that. I'm glad I got to experience Prime Destiny 1, Peak Destiny 2. I'm glad I got to experience these games in the flesh because it is a top tier game of all time, in my opinion. I think this is a top 10 to top 20 game of all time at its peak. The lows are very, very low, but the highs are so high that you just want to keep playing. Like, I have never truly felt Destiny 1 magic in any other game outside of probably like Prime Fortnite maybe, but those are the conversations Destiny is in. Prime Fortnite, Minecraft, if you will. I think Minecraft is different, but those types of conversations. So yes, the downfall of Destiny is here, but it's not a necessarily terrible thing. It's just what was always going to happen. It just happened kind of sooner than later because of Bungie's own doing. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, and comment. Again, if you enjoyed the video, I enjoyed yapping a lot. So if you enjoyed my yapping, make sure to just hit that subscribe button and share it, guys. Love you guys. Peace.